brother, now more than ever, you need to learn to be selfish, prioritize your own energy and your own time for yourself. By doing this now, you're going to understand exactly how this will make you be more selfless later down the track. It's been something I've learned over my journey. I remember when I was trying to always be a people pleaser and say yes to everyone, and even when you were tired, you were wrecked from work, you couldn't even be on top of your own things or your own training or whatever, but someone asked you to help them, you'd go and run and help them. And it seems good in the moment, but when that's taking the time and energy away from your own goals, then it becomes negative, it becomes bad. And I know it sounds like, oh, you should always help people, but if you're in a position right now where you can help a handful of people around you, 3, 4, 5 people, whatever, great. But imagine now, you stop that and you put all your time and focus and energy into yourself, and you just focus on helping yourself, you invest into yourself, you train, you get in the best shape of your life, you diet, you get into the best mental headspace of your life. And this goes on for a few years. Just say 3, 4, 5 years down the track, you now become this person. And how you can help people now from this new space will 10x how you could ever help anyone before. Before you may have helped 3, 4, 5 people around you. Now, you being in this new position, you may be able to help hundreds, if not thousands of people around you, using the power of social media, using the power of your influence, your money, all these things come into play, right? Because if you're now financially free from the system because you've stopped helping other people, you've worried about investing into yourself, you've worried about getting into the best health and physical shape of your life because you've invested more time into yourself and knowledge for yourself. Now, when you're ready to actually help people, you can help people from a much, much higher place. And you probably know what I mean, right? Look at all these people who, the biggest donators to charity and to society and things like that. And even if we go back in time and look at great men of the past, like Marcus Aurelius and Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great, all these people, they may have appeared selfish in their young life because that's what it took them to get to where they were. For example, Marcus Aurelius, now look how many people has he truly helped by writing his book Meditations. He's helped hundreds of thousands, if not potentially millions of people. But at the time, it may have been perceived as selfish. He locked himself in his room away, did things that were best for him, for his own mental health, and spent time journaling and writing down his thoughts. But people could have said at the time, oh, go and spend your time helping someone, go and spend your time helping the sick, or go and spend your time feeding the poor. But if he did that, he would never have gotten the chance to write his book Meditations or write his journals that led to Meditations. And how much bigger of an impact has it made by him creating the book Meditations rather than going and helping a few sick people or a few hungry people here and there? You see what I mean? It's all delayed gratification. It's like being a man is exactly that. You can try to rush around like a headless chicken and help as many people, but if you actually step back, take a breath, and look at your options and think, how can I make my own life better, more efficient, elevate myself, and increase my leverage onto other people, you can help thousands of people. It's simple as that. So how do you actually begin to become selfish in a way, but more so prioritize yourself and not be a people pleaser no more? You've got to think, right? Imagine there was another version of you sitting right next to you. Just say you're sitting down at your desk, you're watching this on your computer or on your phone or on your TV, and there is another version of you sitting right next to you. And this version of you that's sitting right next to you has all these dreams and aspirations of who you want to become. And every time you say yes to someone else and you say no to yourself, this person here is cracking it with you. They're like, man, not again. You've done this again. You've done this last week. You did it yesterday. You even did it an hour ago. You said yes to someone else. You skipped your workout because someone needed help cooking or someone needed help cleaning or whatever it was, right? So you've just let yourself go for someone else again. And this person, this version of yourself there who really wants to grow, who wants to be the best version, is infuriated every time they're losing it. They're like, how can you keep doing this to us? How do you keep fucking putting someone else first before us? Another perspective to this is, if you're trying to help everyone out, if you're a young man and you plan to have a family later on, right? I always thought of this. If you're trying to help everyone else now and you're not prioritizing your own health, your fitness, your finances, all these things, when it comes time to having your kids and you start a family, you're going to be still stuck in this 9-to-5 grind or whatever it is, trying to provide, trying to put food on the table, trying to bring money in for the household. And you're going to leave your children up to be raised by the system and how the system wants your children to think and feel and to act and do certain things. But if you're selfish in your young years, right, you create the financial freedom when you're younger, you create the perfect health, you get the physique, you get the mindset, all these things tie into one, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Now, when you're ready to start a family and you have kids, you can actually be there raising the kids. You can show them how you think they should grow up, how you think they should think and feel, and try to be as best of an influence for them as possible, rather than, you and your potential wife having to work, grind out massive 10, 12-hour days while your kids are being brought up by the system. Now, what do you think is a better solution to this? What do you think is a better outcome? To be selfish when you're younger and focus on your finances and your fitness and all these things so you can down the track raise and create a better family? Or do you try to help everyone now? Try to be a people pleaser now and put yourself last, so inherently down the track when you do decide to have a family, if that's something you want, how do you think that's going to impact the future of your family and the future of how your family thinks and feels and is brought up? Is it going to be brought up by the system? Is it going to lead to the destruction of the nuclear family as you know it? And is it going to lead to things like stress and divorce and financial pressure? Or are you going to be selfish now, set yourself up, and be able to live that life down the track, right? It's like you're doing the work now. I like this analogy I thought of today while I was training at the gym. I'm like, you put all these reps in now, but you don't see no result at the gym right now, right? You can go and lift heavy on leg press and bench press and all these things, and you see nothing. But 3 months, 6 months go down the track, you keep doing this. And it's like you've put on an old jacket. Imagine you put on a coat you put on a coat 3 months ago, and you put $50 or $100 in the pocket of your coat, and you put it away in your wardrobe, and you forget that it's there. You forget all about it. Then the next season of winter rolls around, or it comes time again 3 months later to put that coat on. You wear it, and as you're getting ready to go out, you put your hands in your pockets to put your phone in your pocket or whatever, and you find $50, $100 in there. And it's like, this is sick. This is a win. Going to the gym, looking after your health, your fitness, your finances is the same as that. You don't see the direct reflection. You don't see the direct results right away. But it creeps up on you, and without even realizing it, you look back in the mirror and you see that's a new striation. There's a new vein there. There's a new chest. You can see your chest coming through. Your shoulders start to look capped, like 3D delts. All these things start to happen. But it's not from going to the gym. It's from continuing to do it for the next 6 months to a year. You see this progress. And this ties in again to being selfish now, because as you're selfish now and you focus on yourself, on your training, on your money, on your mindset, on your nutrition, all these things that will basically make sure that you are the superior man to your old version. It's like putting on that jacket and putting your hand in your pocket and pulling out 50 grand. Oh shit, I forgot I put the 50 grand in my jacket. And that feeling you get, it's like, that's a cool little win there, or a big win. And that's essentially what it's like. Practicing delayed gratification and being selfish now, and not, in a way, it's treading that fine line of, yes, you still have to help your family and your friends where you can, but if it's becoming a common theme in your life, that you're always going around and you're dropping your true goals and your purpose to fulfill other people's needs and keep them happy, you've got it completely wrong. You're never going to be who you truly are, who you're truly meant to be, and you're never going to be from a position where you can actually truly help these people. Who do you think you can help if you've got 10 grand in your bank? Imagine versus the version of you who has $10 million in your bank. How much more people can you help? How much more can you influence and do and connect people and live that life? It's as simple as that. It's not rocket science here, but it's hard. It's hard mentally, because you're fighting your old demons. You're fighting your old subconscious mind. And if you are a people pleaser, if you are a yes person, it's going to be extremely difficult, because you're having to fight off and switch off that part of your brain that's been programmed for, who knows, the last 5, 10, 15 years, right? And if it was that easy, then everyone would be able to do it. Everyone would be like, yeah, I can be selfish and practice delayed gratification. But the truth is, 95% of men can't do this. The truth is, they're people pleasers, and they always let themselves go. And why do you think you see so many overweight, out of shape, mentally unstable men walking around nowadays, compared to, we go back 100 years ago, men had pride, or men had dignity, they had character, they carried themselves, they dressed well, they were all in shape. They were a different mindset. It was a different time. And yeah, things change, things move with the times, but what can we learn from our past? It's a great mistake to not take lessons from our past and apply them today. Why we're trying to venture off down this track of, men being weak and trying to be people pleasers and help everyone. when men of the past did these things successfully. So why don't we learn from them and see what they did, what they accomplished, and how they created this great world that we live in today? Why not build upon that, you know? I know it's hard to get that thought around in your mind, to not be a people pleaser. But you have to put your own goals first, put yourself first. And if you take away anything from this video, you need to be training in the gym, as you know. You need to be worrying about where you put your money, investing. You need to be having your headspace in the right headspace. You need to be connecting with the right network of people, investing into yourself, learning skills that you don't know. All these things are going to pay dividends, you know, in the next, 3, 6, 12 months, and then the next 5 years. Imagine where you're going to be. Imagine where you end up. Because where you are now, you keep doing the same thing, keep being the same people pleaser. This is your track. It's boom, straight line. You change who you are from this reference point, and you stop being a people pleaser. You put yourself first. You be selfish. Watch the trajectory of your life go like this. Bang. And it's that simple, guys, but it's in the mind. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to another video. Feel free to give my Instagram page a follow. I'll chuck it here. Give this video a like, a subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. And I hope to catch you on the next one.